Hey, what's up guys, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Mafex PSYLOCKE comic version. This is a reissue. This came out a long time ago. It's one of their earlier comic figures, and it shows. It's not one of their best releases, but a lot of people really like this figure. I skipped it the first time. I didn't like a lot of things. I didn't like the way a lot of the things on it looked, and I stand by those things. I'm going to go over all of it in the review. It still might be your best option for a PSYLOCKE, so this may be for you. The Marvel Legends one that released in the 2-pack recently from Marvel vs. Capcom was largely a dud, so maybe this is the one you want to get. I don't know. I'm personally on the team of waiting for a better one from either company, because so far it's not it. But there's some good stuff here, so let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's a good package. It's a good color scheme, I think. They have the artwork there. I think that's... Is that Jim Lee? I think it's probably Jim Lee. Makes the figure not look as good, but otherwise it's all right. Let's do a quick question of the day. Which version of PSYLOCKE is your favorite? I mean, not necessarily like this or other costumes. Which version of this costume do you like? Do you like the one that has the symmetrical leg wraps, or do you like this look here? If I had to pick, I'd go with this look here, which they didn't do, which is a weird thing that it's on the box. But yeah, whatever. It's a nice looking box though. Some basic posing doesn't really help the figure look good too much. You can't see a whole lot of anything there. The back of the box looks pretty nice though. You'll notice she's just standing basically in all of her poses. It's not, well, we'll get into it, but some cool accessories and stuff. Yeah, decent box. Okay, let's move on. Here's the figure. She is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store at the time of filming. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. She stands just about, let's say 6 inches to her head. The hair goes up just a little bit, and that's going to be about, we'll say 15.2, and then with the hair like 15.5. Here she is up against Darwin, so she fits in with Marvel Legends perfectly fine. Alright, let's talk about this figure. First thing I noticed, 2 things, 3 things, let's go with 3 things. The metallic blue is metallic blue. I think that's nice. Variation always makes a figure look nicer. That's cool. The flesh tone is a nice matte finish. I like that. It's mostly well done. We have a few issues we'll get to in a second for the paint job. And then the other thing I noticed is the head is tiny. The small head makes her look weird. She's already too slender. Her hips and thighs, particularly her thighs, don't have anywhere near enough mass. She's relatively slender, drawn slender, so I don't mind the hips so much, but the thighs being so skinny is an issue, and I suspect she has really long lower legs. We'll see when we get to that part. But yeah, the head is tiny and it throws off the look. You can't use the same comic rules for all superheroes. Like, not all ladies should have 8 heads height. It shouldn't be that way. She's got a very tiny peanut head, which is actually the problem with the Storm Arena Chun-Li. Her head is tiny. Even with all the other issues, if they made her head bigger, it would look better. Alright, anyway, let's get into this. The paint job, it's terrible in a couple of spots. One of those spots is her arm right here. It is atrocious. The flesh tone is just crazy wrong. It's very blue. It's not good. And the blue lines aren't super clean on this side. On this side, it's much better, which is strange. But then we come down here, and the paint job, it's not as bad as their Cyclops, who had a terrible paint job, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, and I don't like that it doesn't really match the source material. Maybe there's a version of her that looks like this, but I'm not familiar with it, and I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with her versions. So I don't know. But otherwise, it's pretty clean paint job. Her face looks nice. That's good. You could argue if her lips should be purple or blue. I always thought they were blue, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. Or maybe there's just a lot of black shading on the purple. The hair, I like the way they did the hair. That's pretty cool. That looks nice. Shading on the body. None on the flesh tones and almost none on the blue. We have some here on either side of her hips. We have some right in the chocolate pocket right there. And I think some on the feet, and that's it. There's a little bit on the side of the feet. There's no more shading anywhere else, so it does, I mean, if it is there, I haven't noticed it. It's very subtle. It's not the most fancy paint job, but it's fine. The figure still looks solid overall, despite those issues. If you can ignore them, that's fine. The only other issue I have aesthetically is the way the belt sits. Now, sometimes her belt is worn really high, like right where her waist pinches in, and that's fine. And sometimes it's lower, like even in the artwork on the box, it's right above where her Speedo stops, basically. And that's fine. And this one doesn't know where it wants to be. And the way they designed it, with the gap between the torso and the butt piece, or the crotch piece, this sits above the cut. And that's... It's very frustrating. You have to pull it down constantly, or like actually stretch it over and get it down there, but then it doesn't want to stay. So it is pretty irritating. This belt piece is super annoying. But it's fine. If you're a Mafex collector, this isn't the worst one at all, by any measure. But it's certainly not some kind of like hyper impressive figure for people who don't already care about this line. If you're just looking for a good PSYLOCKE, I don't know that this is any more impressive than the Marvel Legends one, other than the metallic blue is nice. So yeah, aesthetically, for Mafex, it's like a 6. It's fine, but it's not particularly good. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get an alternate head. It's pretty well done. Neither of them have the hair volume I would like them to have, but I guess that's okay. A decent spread of hands, nothing crazy, but definitely enough. You do get her sword, so you have the scabbards with the removable handles, then you get the swords, and then you get the scabbards connected to the belt, which you can put the removable handles on. So let's talk about those things quickly. The swords have a little bit of a weird curve to the blade. Katanas don't have that extra bend in them. They're not supposed to be S-shaped. They're not recurve. So that's a little bit weird. It's not a huge deal. But then we have this belt. Maybe somebody can tell me about this, because I never saw her do this. Whoops. I never saw her wear her swords like this. It seems totally impractical. I mean, a katana's like, what? I don't know, like 39 inches overall on average. That's a long thing sticking off on either side of your body. That's a really weird way to do that. I've never seen her do this in the comics. Has this happened in the comics? Let me know. I've seen them on the side, like the way a samurai has them, so they're both going in the same direction. Wearing them like this is just nuts. I've never seen anything like that anywhere, especially on her. So let me know what you think about that. Also, I just realized I didn't notice it before. I don't like the shading on the belt. That's kind of ugly, the way it's dark at the end. Not a good choice. So yeah, you have the sword options. Okay, and then here's the good part. The extra good part, aside from including a display stand, which is always nice. Her effect parts are pretty cool, but curious. So we have two punchy ones. One punchy one has no hand built into it, and the other one does. I don't understand why. I don't know what happened there. That's weird, but that's a thing. And then you have two like dagger sword type things, whatever you want to call them. Those both have hands built into them, so that makes sense. And then you get the saw blades, or whatever you want to call them, the dinner plates that peg onto her one hand. Those are pretty cool too. I like all of it. Now, I thought maybe that mine was just missing the hand on the inside and it was some kind of defect. But if you look very closely, oh boy, I always set things too far away. If you look very closely on the box, you can tell that there's a hand inside that one and not inside that one. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. You can see stuff and then you don't. So why one has a hand in it and one doesn't, while both of these do? It's very strange. I don't know about that, but if you own this figure, let me know. Maybe they are supposed to have hands in both of them, and I just got shafted. I don't know. But yeah, decent spread of accessories, a little bit weird in some places, but I'm going to go 9 out of 10. There's a bunch of stuff in the box, and it's pretty cool. All right, now let's see if it can pose, because that's kind of an important thing for a lady who's known for being fairly athletic and flexible and whatnot. So, and she's super skinny. Mafex does this thing where most of their figures are too slender. I'd say this is the case here, even for a slender figure or character like her. But let's see. One good thing is the hair is semi-soft. It's not super soft, but it will move some. And then, of course, we have ball pegs throughout the head and neck, and it's fine. With the hair sticking down, it is obviously more limited than if it wasn't. We have the alternate head if you want to have her look up more. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. It's going to be just enough to get the head done. For the shoulders, we have the ball peg with the cup that just hides it. No sculpt work going on there, but it looks okay. It's relatively well hidden thanks to her outfit, so that's fine. As far as the range goes, though, they did this thing where they put the shoulders on the outside of the joint, which they don't normally do, and it's almost never the right call. So her shoulders suck in terms of the range there. That's not good. You do get your full rotation, and you don't see as much on the outside, but I would rather it look like a joint and function than still look kind of like a joint and not function. So that's unfortunate. But you do get rotation at the shoulder and at the bicep, so that should be fine. Double jointed elbow. Not great range, especially for how slender she is. It's just better than 90, so that kind of blows. Wrists are on little ball hinges, that's fine. Now for the torso, a couple of ball pegs here, ball peg down here. She leans back pretty well, not super gappy, that's pretty good. Leaning forward, pretty well. Super gappy in the back, that's not good. You don't really need that either. It's unfortunate that it has such a crazy gap, and that you can't hide it with the belt. Let's see about side to side. Side to side is all right, except the The gapping is nuts. Can you hide it? I guess. Mostly from the front, not from the back. But yes, I decided the top doesn't do a lot. At the bottom, you still get a ton of range. I'm kind of concerned because that's already kind of loose and you have to pop it apart to swap the belts. I'm a little bit concerned that she's going to end up loose. But yeah, decent range overall, but a little bit gappy and a little bit concerning, but not bad. This does rotate, but does it? I thought it rotated. It doesn't rotate? Oh. Minus 1,000 points for not making that rotate. No, it's not the biggest deal, but it would be nice for it to rotate. Now for the hips, they're still doing drop downs. Yeah, they are doing drop downs. What the heck? The head came off. I didn't touch the head. Was it not on all the way? It just doesn't have good retention. Okay, yeah, so I thought they were still doing drop downs, and they are, but I had to pull it apart to look. I can't get the drop down to function. I mean, it's going a little bit, but not really. It's definitely a drop down, though. I checked. That's weird. That's super annoying. Man, drop downs are such an inconvenient joint. Even when they function well, they're not great. And when they function terribly, they're like one of the worst things that I experience on action figures. You guys can let me know what you think about it. Don't like drop downs, but let's see how she functions as she came out of the box. I don't want to have to do surgery on her to make her work. So the way the legs are, they don't go out to the side very well. It's like 45 maybe and ugly. And then going forward, yeah, they're okay. She can kick. It's not the best looking thing, but it does function, so that's all right. And then going back, it goes out to the side. Yeah, you're going to get decent enough range out of the hips in most directions, but still questionable. It still looks weird. If they had a little bit more mass on the thigh and reworked the drop down, I think it would look better and function just as well. But that's a thing. All right, double jointed knee, let's see. Yeah, her legs are too long by a little bit. Not by a ton, but by a little bit, the lower legs. But otherwise, the knee functions pretty well. And then for the ankles, not great range. It's fine, but not great. Ankle rocker is good. Toe hinge is pretty good. It's not the best we've seen, but it's fine. It's well placed. It's relatively stiff, and there's only a little bit of a nubbin down there. So that's what she said. It's not bad. All right, so her articulation, it's fine. It's nothing to write home about for a Mafex figure for sure. Is it significantly better than the Marvel Legends figure? Probably not in terms of articulation. That figure had all kinds of other issues though. And its articulation wasn't great. I think we still need a better PSYLOCKE. That's what I'm going to go with. For the articulation, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's fine. If you're into building out the Mafex team and this one was on your maybe list, yeah, maybe, I guess. I don't think you're probably going to hate it, but it's not like... I can't imagine anybody buying this figure and just being thrilled with it. It's just fine. It is satisfactory, I think. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 overall. It's just average. Yeah, so it's not anything special really. It's fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I'll be done with that. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.